Hey everyone, it's your boy Sonic798 and I'm back to do another video. This video is going to be my 4-month update on my gastric bypass R&Y surgery. So if you want to know how my progress is going in month 4, please stay tuned. We'll talk about it and see how everything's going. Yep, you heard me right. So I am officially 4 months out as on, according to my Bariatric app, I am 134 days post-op from my gastric bypass R&Y. I got it at GBMC here, the Greater Baltimore Medical Center here in Baltimore, Maryland. Well, technically it's in Towson. And my surgeon was Dr. Timothy Friesen. Yeah, so not much has changed. The only two really big things is that like I am working out 5 days a week. I work out Monday through Friday. I work out Monday through Friday. I rotate between upper body, lower body. What I do legs. I've been mainly focusing on my on hips and butt because I noticed that when I was losing weight, all my weight was leaving from my hips and my butt and my thighs first. And you know, I would like to have some voluptuousness. Let me stop now. Proportionally, I like the way I look when I have hips, butt, and thighs. You know, like if we could, I always say that like my dream shape isn't necessarily even like a men's X shape, which is they call the men's shape X's instead of hourglasses. They call it X shape. I don't necessarily want larger pecs. I want my pecs to go down because I do have gynecomastia. I do have male breast tissue, literally from being overweight most of my life. So I do have breast. It's gone down a lot. Like the fact that like I'm wearing a shirt with I'm wearing a skirt. I'm wearing a skirt with this high of a band, and it's not falling all the way over because before it would just spilled. And I actually have a picture. I wore this same skirt but in red for 40 pounds. It was maybe like a month post-op, month or two post-op, and I look completely different. Like the zipper zips up on its own. I didn't have to pull it up. It actually fits me. But I prefer to look more pear-shaped, which is like having a smaller chest, like not too small, but like a smaller chest, broad. I like having broad shoulders, a small chest, average size weight. Like I'm not trying to be out here a 32, 28-inch waist. I would truthfully be okay if I got to a 38, 36. And to have hips and a butt, because I would like to have hips and a butt. Yeah, so I've been mainly focusing on my hips and my butt. And you know, my booty has been sculpted. You just can't see it. And I can't be flashing y'all because you know it's YouTube. But so you know, I have been exercising. I don't do a lot of ab workouts because I want to strengthen my core, but I know that like they say that like abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. You can do crunches as much as you want to. I don't do a lot of cardio because I have a new job. Now, if you know before, when I was working at my old site, I still work in security at my old site. Right, so like I was saying, I transferred to a site from working stationary for 8 hours to working, I'm on my feet 7.5, 8 hours a day. I walk around, I patrol, unless I do sit at my one seated post. So I am on my feet 90% of my job nowadays. I still have my Fitbit. Well, not a Fitbit. It's a one that I got off of Amazon. I can leave it in the comments on the description box if you like. It's really cheap. It was $30. I think I got mine refurbished, so it was a little bit cheaper. I get that, and so like I range about anywhere on a good day 25,000 to 30,000 steps a day. If I'm really active and I have errands to run afterwards, I can hit 40,000 steps a day. Meaning that I easily hit about 12, anywhere from 15 to 20 to 24 miles in a day. Because like it ranges. So this is like, you know, then you have to think about like other things, but like what currently I have 29,256 steps. Out of your daily requirement that you're supposed to get to remain active is 10,000. I have just cleared 13.27 miles of just being on my feet all day, and I've burned 1,341 calories. So yeah, so I am burning a lot of calories because I am so active. Because of that, my legs are very sore very often. I still do go to the gym. I've my gym regimen is just me um, going to the gym. Um, I do 15 minutes of cardio just to warm up because since I'm on my feet the entire day, me doing like all this cardio doesn't seem to make as much sense as it would. I do that, and then I do like 5 or 6 exercises. I might start compounding my exercises and do like just like two groups a day, and then I'm able to repeat those throughout the week. And then since I go to Planet Fitness has this thing called the Beauty Angel light. They call it total body enhancement. It's like, have you ever seen those old 80s movies where it has like the percolator where you sit on it and it like vibrates your stomach because it's supposed to believe that it's gonna like tighten your skin and everything? I've been doing that, and I have noticed that like the way my loose skin tightens to my body is a little bit different. I also feel a little bit more toned and everything. It could be the placebo effect. I like it, and it comes with my $20 membership for my black card at Planet Fitness. So I'ma use it, and they say you're supposed to use it 3 days a week. I use it every day after working out. I set it on the highest setting, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Food. I have basically gone back to a completely normal diet. Um, because I work out so much, and the point of gastric bypass is the fact that you put yourself into a calorie deficit. So your body's in a calorie deficit, so your body usually adjusts to not needing as much. Not your body adjusts to like not eating as much, so you're bigger, so your body burns more calories existing than you are eating. However, now that I am working out and at a job where I literally am burning a half a day's worth of calories on top of your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, which is how many calories you burn just existing. So I'm clearing about I would say if I had to calculate 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day in my basal metabolic rate just from me being so big. The larger you are, the higher your basal metabolic rate is. Which, if you don't know what that is, your basal metabolic rate is your BMR. If they call it BMR, I believe it's called basal metabolic rate. So if you were to literally stay in your bed and you were living your breathing, it was like, how many calories would it take for your body to simply function during the day? So like how many calories, and like for I believe someone my size is like mine is like, because I'm so heavy and you have to like there's more work to go through pushing blood and breathing on a heavier body. Your basal metabolic rate is going to be higher, so it takes more calories. So but then the process is that because you're so much bigger, you tend to, people who are overweight eat more, and not necessarily, but like you eat more to offset that. And when you eat in calorie surplus instead of calorie deficit, that's how you gain weight. So you're eating more than your basal metabolic rate plus whatever your activity you're doing, because activity burns calories as well. So that's how it is. So like what I'm being measured here is how many calories I've burned from activity, more so plus, and then I say add that to your basal metabolic rate. There are calculators that you can do. I can leave some in the description box. That's what I did before I even got gastric bypass. I would look at my and it's only a guesstimation. You have to, the only way you can know it for sure is if you go like get tested. There are like so many like different like body function tests you can take to get like your actual like range of basal metabolic rate. But the calculators are cute too. I've lost a couple of pounds doing those back when I was like going back and forth. So knowing your basal metabolic rate helps. So what happens is since I know I'm clearing, I want to say I'm clearing about just in activity alone plus my basal metabolic rate, I'm probably clearing about 35 to 44 30 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day. That's in how much I'm exerting. Eating, I'm trying to maintain, because I'm working out and I'm in such an active job, I'm hungry frequently. And it's gotten to the point where even like I told you in month 1, even when I lost all that weight, or when I first came out of surgery, even on liquid diet, I was hungry. I don't know where these people were saying oh, you don't get hungry for your first month or week. Day 3, I was hungry. Day 3 out, I was doing nothing but sipping liquids and mad because I was fucking hungry. Excuse me, I was freaking hungry. And it made absolutely no sense. Then I got to purees and, the 2 tablespoons. So, like, we're supposed to graduate. I think that you're supposed to maintain between 3/4 of a cup to a cup of food for the first 4 months. I'm clearing about 2 cups of food, but it's broken up. Like, my body is still restricting, so I know that I haven't stretched my pouch. However, at the 6-month mark, once after I do my 6-month update, which is still 2 months away, I will be doing a pouch reset because I feel as though, like, because I'm eating so often and I feel like I'm eating more than what's recommended, so I do need to do a pouch reset to shrink some things down because I want to make sure, because it's in 2021. I forgot to say that. Happy 2021. I'm trying to make sure I hit my goal weight by the end of the year. By my 1-year anniversary, I do want to have my 100 pounds. I'm currently 80 pounds down. We'll get to that in measurements, but I'm going to hit my 100. I swear to goodness, because I'm already 80 now. If I can lose this last 20, it'll be over for all y'all. So, like I said, I want to hit my 100 pounds, etc., etc. Yeah, I've been eating I've tried to eat a lot of proteins. I got a mini waffle maker for Christmas. So I make chaffles. We'll make chaffles. We're making chaffles, and I made 2 chaffles. They were okay. Turkey bacon. I eat the 647 bread. I make grilled cheeses with those. I need to, what I need to do is, stock up on protein snacks, because my issue is that I snack in between, and my sweet tooth has come back with a vengeance. I can eat sweets, I'll have a honey bun. Oh, that's so terrible. I eat junk food. I'll eat chips, regular chips, because I told you before, the protein Quest chips are nasty, and I don't like pork rinds. Because they say pork rinds are the other one that, everyone gets. They're like, oh, yeah, pork rinds. I'm like, pork rinds are nasty. I mean, I could retry them, but I eat pork. I'm not someone who's like, oh, I don't eat pork. No, I eat pork, but I'm just like, pork rinds aren't necessarily the greatest things. There's that. I eat out about once a week. I try to be more cautious. I know that both Qdoba and Chipotle released their cauliflower. Well, I know what Chipotle is calling it their cauliflower rice, and Qdoba is calling it their cauliflower mash. So if I try those, I can bring those back. I could do a little review as well as a bariatric patient, as someone who basically has to eat low carb. Yeah, but it's mainly just activity and me working out. That's the only really big thing. My body can't handle oil like that anymore. I think I told you this before. My body cannot handle heavy fried foods or heavy greasy food. If food is too greasy, TMI, it runs right through me. And it's quite severe diarrhea. On top of that, I also like talking about sweets. I ate ice cream, and someone told you, if you're lactose intolerant before, if you were not lactose intolerant before bariatric surgery, you're going to be lactose intolerant now. And if you were lactose intolerant before, it just gets worse. You can't pass gas or flatulate without wondering if you're gonna shart yourself. I hate to be that person, but it happened, and I was so embarrassed that I had to go home, and I was like, oh, absolutely not. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to be like, oh no, it happened as I was walking out the door, so I was able to whoop. Oh no, absolutely not. Your body becomes very sensitive to those things. You can't. It happens when you eat a lot of grease, and it happens when you eat dairy products. If you are eating a dairy heavy or a dairy heavy diet, your body is going to clear that out, girl. Also, that also comes with protein, because protein is not protein because the way it breaks down, and then also someone explained it in a way that makes a lot of sense. If you had the gastric bypass down, if you had the sleeve, because people who have the sleeve still have the same structure of your intestines, everything going through. You have your stomach is literally just cut out, and a part of your stomach is just cut out and taken out. With a gastric bypass, they are bypassing everything else, and where your stomach acid meets is lower down, so it's very different. So I'm not too sure about people who had the gastric sleeve. You have doctors that well, there are plenty. There are way more channels who talk about the sleeve than there are who talk about the bypasses. That's why I wanted to talk about my bypass experience, because like outside, I know one two sorry I follow two women who got the bypass. I don't know any men. I know one man who got the sleeve, and I just found his Twitter the other day, and I'm like, okay, everyone's so worried about like, oh, the sleeve. I'm like, I can do another video on why I chose the bypass over the sleeve. Long story short, I knew I had a lot of weight to lose, and I wanted to lose it in a very short period of time, and I was not pressed about loose skin or anything. Also the pros outweigh the cons by far, but I can make a more in-depth video about that later. So on to measurements. Like I said before, I'm not paying too much attention to my to my um to my hips and to my arms and stuff, because like I don't have bingo wings and I've never really lost them. So my current waist measurement is, I don't know what that was, is a 44. I don't know how we got a 44.8. It's a 44. My hips are a 50. Move your hips. Are a 50, and my chest is a 46. So I think there's also there can be also measurement errors. I know that like what it says that from when I started, which looking back, like I've lost officially a 10 inches off my waist, or technically 12, but like from when I started measuring it, I've lost 10 inches off my waist. What hips? My biceps are the same. My neck has my neck gone down? Depends. Because I know I'm redistributing a lot of muscle. I'm building a lot of muscle. Like in my shoulders and my neck gets a little thicker. I understand that if my chest it's going to get bigger before it decreases, because if I'm building muscle quicker than I'm burning fat, it's going to make sense. Also, on top of that, my weight. So yeah, so I'm officially in a 44-inch waist. That's a 2X. If I drop one more size, I'm going to be in an extra large, and it's going to be over for all you if I get into this extra large, girl. In Walmart size pants. I know, like, they're like, who is a 42 at extra large to? Walmart and Target, sweetheart. Thank you. So since surgery, I have lost a total of 80.8 pounds. As of today, I weigh 305.8. So that's 80 pounds down in 4 months. That's averaging about 20 pounds a month. We love that for us. I thought I would have broken into the 200s by now, but beggars can't be choosers. We are 5 pounds away from being in the 200s. And I firmly believe that I will be at minimum, like, we're only in January, and I have until September is when my is my year anniversary, and I'm gonna do my my pouch reset in March. Yeah, January, February. Yeah, March will be the 6-month mark. So in probably the second week of March, I'm going to do a pouch reset, because the doll graduates this year. I get my bachelor's finally. 8 years of school for this. Child the ghetto. But I'm going to get that, so I just want to pouch reset. And also, I know that I want to do a graduation photo shoot, hoping that the world opens back up, because this is not, girl. Thank God that Biden's taking office, because hopefully he'll shut stuff down, and then we'll be able to reopen after things shut down, the numbers get under control, so that I can have a freaking graduation photo shoot, because that's what I want. I want my graduation photo shoot. I'm probably going to wear something similar, but the shirt is going to be replaced with with like a turtleneck, or like a cute button up. We're still figuring it out. Once we get the details, you'll see these pictures. Yeah, so that's about it, nothing new, nothing too new, nothing out of the ordinary. I can leave if you, I know most people aren't asking for my makeup. I'm not wearing any foundation. I'm literally wearing my eyebrows. I have eyeliner on, mascara, and lip. And if you want to know all that, I can put in. Hold up. I almost ended this video and forgot the most important part. So, They warn you in month 4. They say that within the first 3 to 4 months, your hair is going to fall out. By month 4, your body is going to be shocked and in shock from everything, and your hair is going to fall out. My hair fell out. Okay, let me explain to you what happened. So I wear, as you can see, I wear wigs and hair extensions, etc., etc. So I tend to wear my hair. Right now, I have 8 straight backs going under here. I usually will wash my hair once a month, once every 3 to 4 weeks, truthfully, depending on how everything works. My scalp itches. It's not dirty. It just itches. Also because it can get a little crusty because I do work out and I sweat in my head, a whole bunch of stuff. So I go from month 3 going into month 4, like I saw the side of my face, I saw my hair. I was like, okay, like the braids were getting loose, and I was taking I am taking hair, skin, and nails vitamins, because I thought that would help offset the main problems, etc., blah, 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 blah. I remember it was the week for me to take my hair out, and like I was like just touching the braids, and I remember I could slip my entire finger under the braid, and I was like, oh no. Like I knew it was coming. I knew that time was coming. I knew that day was coming, but I didn't think it was gonna come this soon. Like I was like, okay, we're in month 4, and people said like, yeah, about the like I was watching one girl who got the sleep though, but she's like, yeah, around that 4-month mark is when things started to when the hair started to come. And I was like, oh no. So I remember I was taking my braids down, and it was just clumps and clumps of hair. I literally had the biggest hairball I have ever had in my. The only other time I remember ever shedding like this is the first time I ever had a sew in, and I was just being rough with my hair and like not taking the thread out properly and stuff. So like I had a lot of shedding from just tension. I was so gentle with my hair. I had oil, I had sprays, I had water. My hair was coming out in clumps. And you knew it was shedding because you could see the white bulbs at the end, but I was just like, oh my gosh. I will put the picture in here of what my hair looked like before when I wore it out, or like when I blow dry it, and what it looked like after. Um, so if you can see the roots, like so you can tell it's shedding and not breakage, because what happens is that when you shed hair and your hair still grows. So what happens is that your new growth will be all in like a compact part, and then your shedded hair where the density is gone will be at the end, and you're not that much hair is going to break off at a time unless you were like literally burning your hair off with relaxer or bleach. I don't, which I'm not completely natural under here. I don't have any chemicals, any color, anything. I'm literally just like it's my hair. um so I was literally, you could see like all this new growth. It was like a clean 2 or 3 inches of new growth, and my ends, because my hair is about collarbone length. When it's out, like I can pull my hair straight down collarbone length. So like with 2 or 3 inches, like maybe to my chin. So everything after my chin, you could like, because it was picked up and it was in a bush, you could see right through my hair. And I was like, oh dear God, no. Like I joked and said, like, I look like Cynthia from the Rugrats. No, I look like Cynthia, and I was so hurt. I was like, no, not this. Anything with this. I was like, anything, like, mouth. But it comes from the fact that, like, you're not getting your full nutrients from your food anymore. You have to take your supplements. You have to take your calcium, because I'm terrible at my calcium, and I've never broken a bone. So the thought of me falling and cracking something because my body isn't padded like that anymore, because I'm no longer that big, and also because I'm not taking my calcium as regularly as I need to. I'm more scared about breaking a bone. Like, I have health insurance, but that's a copay. I still don't want to be in a cast and out of work. No, 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 babes. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Yeah. I could not. Like my hair, I'm probably gonna need a trim. I'm probably gonna wait until the 6-month mark, because that's when people That's why people say your hair starts to stop falling out as much, and then we can really assess the damage at the 6 month mark. However, I need to do something quickly because now, because my hair. So the one thing about density that a lot of people don't talk about is that when you lose density in your hair, the hair that's on the end is thinner. It's thinner and doesn't have as much grouping to cling on to. So what happens is fairy knots around each other very, very quickly. So literally when I was taking my hair, I had so many fairy knots that I felt like I was also breaking off the tips of my hair from it, even with moisturizer. So I need to address this sooner than later because if it's not the shedding that's going to take my hair out, it's going to be the breakage. And also the fact that like I'm trying to also do oils and treatments on the front hairline because the front hairline took the brunt of it. Like when people joke and say like, no, I lost my edges, like, no, I lost my edges. I will put the pictures up here too. Like I literally took it out and it was just like not bald, but like it was like 3 or 4 hairs. And like I could pull my hair back in a ponytail because the longer hair pieces were still able to connect, but you could just see how much thinner my hair was. And I feel like I have a medium density hair already, so to lose hair and be classified as thin now is very, very scary. And also because like I am a man, I'm a cis man, and I'm not on like any testosterone or anything or estrogen or hormones or anything. So I'm more worried about like male pattern baldness kicking in, and then this is the reason why I lose my hair. Like I would cry. I would cry if this was the reason that I lost my hair. Yeah. So there's that. Like I lost a lot of density. Like I said, I'll put the video, the story clip, or the story clip or the pictures that I have up because it was so much. All right. Like I said before, thank you for watching. If you want to follow my fitness Instagram, you can follow at Operation Issa Snack. That's like Operation, like regular Operation Issa ISSA Snack. NS. Oh, not NS. Operation Issa ISSA Snack. SNACK. I don't know why I couldn't spell that. Or if you're following me on my main Instagram, you can follow me at Sonic798. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Sonic79894. I gave up my Twitter name and then I won it back. Ugh, the ghetto. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys until next time. Peace.